Hello, and welcome to your weekly dose of Gacha news. I'm Nolar, and for today's episode, I'll be your host for the entirety of the show. The two boys, Sly and Iron, couldn't make it this week, and well, the show must go on, so fine. I'll just have to do it myself. As always, if you're enjoying the video, and make sure to leave a like and let us know in the comments how happy you are that you didn't have to hear Sly or Iron's voice this week. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know of everything we do here at 5-9, albeit Gacha or thick water related. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this week's news. For my first story, I'm going to be starting with the bombshell revolving around the release of Punishing Gray Raven. The game released on July 16th and had a lot of hype surrounding it, but with the recent actions made by the title's developers, Kuro Games, players are furious. To sum it up, the global version of the game is getting the wrong end of the stick in terms of rewards and paid purchases. What's really upsetting players was the developers' response, saying that they understood that global players feel left out, but they will not be making any drastic changes to the current system. To put in perspective, the Chinese version of Punishing Gray Raven receives currency drops for one of its paid services, while the global version receives a cosmetic. Not only that, for the game's monthly pass, the version in China received a lot more black cards, which is the premium currency. China got 3,500, while global got 1,000 less. It wasn't just purchasing issues either. For the game's energy recovery event, players literally could not complete it and collect all the rewards without making paid purchases to participate. The developers said that they didn't think through the design of the event thoroughly enough, and to compensate for the error, the event would be extended until August 8th. However, they even noted that some players may need to buy packs to receive every reward for the event. If you'd like to read the full response blog by the developers yourself, please look in the description below. Now, believe it or not, it doesn't end there. Many players felt dissatisfied with the response, taking their frustrations to the game's official Discord. What makes this story worse is the fact that despite it being the official Discord of the Punishing Gray Raven game, it was not, in fact, ran by employees of Kuro Games. This Discord server was created by fans long ago before the announcement of the global version. While employees were in the Discord, it was actually fans running the Discord as mods. And of course, the mods abused their power, so when everyone started complaining, they started to white knight for the company, further exacerbating the situation. As this was unfolding over the weekend, none of the employees were available to make official statements until this past Monday, where they officially locked the server and are expected to make an official Discord ran server in the near future. If you'd like to see the official statement by the server's community manager regarding the situation and rules moving forward, again, please look in the description below. The purpose of Gacha News is to inform the community of the ongoing events in the Gacha world. By no means is it to shun specific titles. Hopefully, moving forward, Punishing Gray Raven and Kuro Games can find some sort of happy medium where both parties are satisfied. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see how the future of the game turns out. Punishing Gray Raven is available on Android and iOS devices for Japan, China, and global. In slightly more uplifting news, Epic 7 will be having a collaboration with ReZero. Fortunately, not too many details have been released about the crossover event just yet, but we do know that there will be a live stream for the collaboration on August 5th, and that the actual event will launch the day after on August 6th. Pretty quick story here, just a general announcement, so if you're eager for more information, make sure to check out the live stream on the 5th. If you're interested in trying out the game yourself, Epic 7 is available on Android and iOS for JP and Global. We have yet another update on Konosuba Fantastic Days. For some users, the game is currently available for download and is even playable. If you live in Australia or New Zealand, then you are one of the lucky few that can play the game right now. And according to the official posts of the game's Discord server, all progress made during this soft launch will be carried over when the full game goes live. The reason why the game is only available in these two regions is so that the developers can test out stability of the servers, and that way the game has a seamless launch worldwide. Unfortunately for those outside of these regions without VPNs, Fantastic Days still has no confirmed release date at this point. But with the game currently being out in the previously mentioned regions, it should only be a matter of time until it does release globally. Konosuba Fantastic Days is currently available on Android, iOS for Japan and China, with the global version being up for pre-registration. Speaking of soft launches, the turn-based strategy game series XCOM just released a gacha title in select regions called XCOM Legends. There was little to no word on the game's existence, so the sudden soft launch came as a surprise. The title is described as a turn-based RPG that takes place 20 years after Earth surrenders to the aliens, meaning that the storyline is set somewhere during XCOM 2. In terms of features, Legends will have a single-player campaign and PvP, which is players face off 5v5. Make no mistake, although this is an XCOM game, it's still a gacha. Players can collect legendary heroes and equip them with runes And each of these heroes will have their own strengths and weaknesses and unique abilities, so it's up to you to decide who is best to bring into battle. The game moves away from the traditional style of XCOM is known for. Instead of commanding units to move to select locations, players are dropped into open areas where they can take damage, but by utilizing characters' abilities, you'll be able to use the cover. Currently, there's no set release date, but as the previous story, the game has had a soft launch, so it should release sometime in the near future. XCOM Legends is available on Android right now in select regions, with a worldwide release coming sometime soon for both Android and iOS devices. Touhou fans rejoice! A new game called Touhou Danmaku Kagura will release on mobile devices next month on August 4th. This Touhou title will be a rhythm game, a first for the franchise. It will have playable songs like Touhou Yuyumu and Phantom Ensemble, along with many other tracks from other Touhou games. The game also features a unique scenario written by Dragon Quest director and writer Jin Fujisawa. In-game, players have the ability to build their teams with over 40 signature characters to choose from. And by using their unique card skills, individual stories will be unlocked. There's also a sort of building feature where players construct famous players in Gensokyo. Some of these possible options to reconstruct include the Scarlet Devil Mansion and the Chiriden, and the goal being to rebuild all the Gensokyo. And as players progress through the reconstruction process, more visitors will come and fully voiced episodes will be unlocked. Characters can also be sent on missions to retrieve materials for construction, a la adventures in Dragon Ball Legends. The game has been up for pre-registration for a bit already, and it's hit all of its rewards, meaning that players will be getting free goodies in-game like SSR Reimu Hakuri, SSR Marissa, Spirit Stones, and even more when the game officially launches. Touhou Danmaku Kagura will be available on Android and iOS devices for JP on August 4th, with no reward on a release for any other versions at this time. Azur Lane will be receiving a collaboration with Idolmaster starting today, July 22nd. The crossover event will last until August 5th, and with it, 7 idols from the Idolmaster franchise will be featured. The characters include SSR Haruku Amami, SSR Chihaya Kisaragi, SSR Azusa Miura, SSR Lori Minase, SR Ritsuko Akizuki, SR Ari Futami, and lastly, SR Mami Futami. SR Ritsuko Azuki can be obtained through the rewards during the event. The other characters will be featured on a limited time gacha. There will also be limited skins for the collaboration, including furniture and a decoration set as well. If you'd like to participate in the celebration, Azur Lane and the Idolmaster collaborations available on Android and iOS devices for JP until August 5th. Puzzles and Dragons has begun its next event called How to Train Your Monsters. With this event comes some extra bonuses to already existing dungeons as well as adding in new dungeons. Every day, players can clear a special dungeon that will reward them with a unique monster called P. These monsters will be guaranteed 1 skill level for any monster as long as the attributes of both the monster and P match. Some buffs coming with this event to already existing dungeons are 5 times rank XP in Ultimate Arena, 10 times POW points in multiplayer dungeons, and 1.5 times rank XP for both Colosseums. The Gung Ho collab will also be returning with this event, and it features loads of new units. Some of the new monsters featured in this collab are Cereza the Lost Gear, Rudra the Destroyer, and Diabolic Empress Belial. This egg machine lasts for 2 weeks, so be sure to roll for the new units if you wish to expand your box further. Summertime is beginning to wind down in Albria as Dragalia Lost begins its last summer event of the year. The special raid event will be called Stranded Scions. The free welfare unit will be the Summer Uden, and he's confirmed to be a dagger unit, as you can see by this picture here, and highly expected to be a shadow unit, as there was a data mine for a new shadow dagger unit. Uden's siblings, Shell and Leonidas, will be joining their brother in this event and will most likely be summonable. Shell will be a wand unit, as you could tell in this picture, and Leonidas will be a lance. That's not all, though. There have been data mines for a new Audric. Anyone else getting Assassin's Creed's vibe? This is speculation for what he might be, with the 2 guesses being Shadow Sword or Shadow Lance. I'm leaning more towards Lance, as the last Shadow Lance we received was Forte, and that was May of last year, whereas we recently got Alberius during the 2.5 Annie. It is highly expected that Audric will be the Gala unit that will make his debut at the end of the month. Lastly, Poseidon and Zephyr will be wrapping up this month's rotation of Trials of the Mighty, with Poseidon granting the convictions and devotions of Gala Elisan, and Zephyr will grant for Gala Ranzel. Lastly, we have a lot of big news coming out of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Recently, the 3rd producer video released, and with it came a roadmap for the remainder of the year. August will bring update 11.0. No details on what this update will bring, but there are speculations that 10.3 will be included in this update as well. For those who are unaware of what 10.3 was on JP, it included the Cotton Candy update, where Cotton Candy will no longer take up box space and will allow you to use a slider bar to max out the pluses of your units. Also in August, there will be a new Sugofest unit for Bonnie, along with special chopper missions and a special event for acquiring Sugofest units. September will bring the 7th anniversary units from JP, a Super Sugofest with Luffy, Law, and the kid from the Wano arc. Later in the month will be a Sugofest with Whitebeard vs Shanks. October will be a special Germa campaign, along with a banner for King and Queen. November will also bring a special Sugofest featuring the Straw Hat Pirates. Speaking of the special Sugofest, it is currently going on JP for the One Piece Day celebration. The rates for the Legends will be 7.5%, and there is a special login bonus for the Global for the One Piece Day as well, which will net a total of 29 gems, with an additional 30 gems on July 22nd for everyone else. Some notable Legends of the Straw Hat Pirates banners on JP are as follows. For Part 1, Whitebeard vs Shanks, Kaido vs Big Mom, and Sweet Commanders. For Part 2, Ace vs Akanu, Halloween Law, and Christmas, Shirahoshi and Mancherry. Finally, the most important piece of news of the producer video. Starting in December, all versions of One Piece Treasure Cruise will set sail together towards the same destination, meaning they will be syncing up on one schedule. This will not be a full server merge, as they plan to keep on the servers separate, but any events and banners will be on the same schedule. The dev team also have events planned for all players regardless of what version they play on, to play together and complete. No other info on what this means, but we will bring updates when more info is released. And that is all for this week's Gacha News. I'm your special host, Nolar, signing us off here at the 5-9 Gaming Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good luck on your summons.